We do most of our work above ground, but occasionally we'll run into a job site where excavation is needed. You've probably heard the phrase, call before you dig. Well, I'm here to give you the 411 on the 811. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, guys, you know we take safety seriously when we're working on the tower, right? Well, we got to take safety just as serious when we're working on the ground. Today, I'm joined by Troy Lawrence with Antco. Troy, what do climbers need to know about excavating when they're working on a job site?
Well, first thing you need to do is you need to call 811. That just ensures that all the markings of the locations of the underground utilities are marked for you.
And when would you do that? Before you arrive to site?
Basically, as soon as you know that you're going to be excavating on a site, make the call.
Okay, you've made the call. Then what happens?
You'll have to wait the required amount of time for each utility to respond. Now, it varies state by state, but typically it's 48 hours.
When the locator's on site, do you need to be there?
You don't have to be there on site, but I prefer to be on site. That way I can kind of, get a good feel for everything.
So when they're marking it out, is there different colored marking paint they use to identify different utilities?
Absolutely. Each utility has their own specific color. So gas lines you'll find with yellow, communication lines will be orange, sewer is green, water is blue, power is going to be your red flags.
What's the deepest a locator can pick up a utility at?
Could be as shallow as 6 inches and as deep as 20 feet. That would all depend on the equipment and the soil type.
Before you make the call, what information do you need to know?
You'll need the address where you're working, the cross streets, the precise location where the excavating will need to be done.
So before the locator arrives, do you go out beforehand to mark out the path?
Absolutely. Some states actually even require this, but it really helps the utility locators do their job, then they know exactly where you're going to be excavating.
Does each utility have its own locator?
Could be done by a utility company itself. Otherwise, sometimes they hire a third party.
And once it's located, what happens next? Are you ready to start digging?
Once you verified that it has been located, that all the lines are taken care of, then yep, it's time to go.
Have you ever found something that was not located?
It can happen. The important thing is to stop, contact a utility provider, and let them know what's going on at that point.
Once they locate your path that you want to dig, is there a tolerance on either side of that it's kind of like a forgiveness zone?
Typically it's 2 feet on each side of the mark. That varies state by state, but that's why it's really important and we rely on our utility locators.
So let's say a utility is located. What do you have to do to cross it?
At that point, you would either hand dig or use a hydrovac. That way you could expose the utility and visually see as you cross it.
It must be pretty tough with everything not running parallel, crisscrossing underground. You run into a lot of that?
It's a situation you encounter quite a bit.
And then after you're done, you patch it all up and put it back together?
Yeah, we always like to leave everything at least as good as it was when we got there, if not better.
There's both public utilities and private utilities. What's the difference and who's responsible for marking them?
Anything within a utility easement is considered public. Take, for example, power. You'll see it located up to the meter, but then outside of that, going up to the compound or a house, it won't be located. So at that point, it's considered private and you would be responsible for locating it yourself.
How would you go about locating them yourself?
We have utility locators. It's a piece of equipment, and we can just hook onto that power and we can locate it up to the house or the compound. Or you can hire a third party to come out and locate it for you.
So do you have your own locator?
We do. There's so many situations you encounter. We just don't like to leave anything up to chance.
So it all comes down to situational awareness.
Yes, safety is the name of the game. Take all precautions necessary to make sure that you're not damaging any underground utilities. Be aware of your surroundings. Like on this site that we're on currently, you can clearly see that we got overhead power that's going to transition to underground power. So just be aware of that. Make sure you expose it and you're good to go.
When it comes to a tower site, what kind of utilities do you need to locate?
You'll find commonly gas lines for generators, telephone lines, fiber lines, as well as power lines.
All right, nice work. Troy, thanks for being here and sharing this information with our fellow climbers.
Thanks for having me.
If you're ever gonna dig on site, you gotta call 811, plain and simple. Make sure that all the utilities are located before you dig. That's all we have for this episode. Thanks for watching and stay safe.